is Willie Brown, the former mayor of San Francisco, former speaker of the California State Assembly. Mr. Mayor, what do you think about what President Trump had to say today?
Well, I think that President Trump is just losing it completely. After all, he read from a teleprompter yesterday, and many people in this country thought that that was a sincere presentation. It clearly was not. Donald Trump was being Donald Trump today, and Donald Trump is exactly what we saw. He meant what he said, and he said what he meant.
Is he racist? Is the president racist?
I believe that this president doesn't even understand how racist his conduct and his utterances can be. He may profess that he isn't a racist, but everything he says and everything he does about the people that he speaks about the people he demeans, and how he treats people of a different class and people of a different color. It is clear those are all the kinds of things that are traditionally associated with someone who is, in fact, a racist.
Let's talk more about race issues. President Trump has supported the expansion of the stop-and-frisk approach during the campaign, which angered black voters, among many things. President Trump has also failed many times to repair his image on racial issues, with these statements being a missed opportunity for many people. What does he have to do now, or what can he do to unite all people?
First and foremost, I think he has to stand before the American audience without any teleprompting or anything else and tell the world whom he would like to have us know he really is, and particularly tell his fellow Americans. It would be crystal clear if he did that he rejects the David Dukes of the world, that he rejects the Nazis of the world, that he rejects the people who at one time went around with covers over their heads as if they were trying to avoid being recognized for the horror thing that they did when they were lynching people. He needs to discuss all of that and let people know he clearly understands it. And as the leader of this country, he will have to say that there is a moral level of which we all must achieve in every way as we look and interact with each other.
Do you think it's time for him to get rid of some of the people in the White House who are being accused of having ties to a racist organization? I'm talking about Sebastian Gorka, Steve Bannon, Stephen Miller, those kinds of people?
I think that they must have a profound influence on this ban, consistent, however, with all the kinds of things that got him elected. I don't think he's capable of disavowing that collection of people for fear that it may cause him to be unelected.
President Trump, go ahead, Ken.
I'm sorry, just real quick, because we're out of time, Mr. Mayor. Just this last question. We have these rallies coming up in the Bay Area the end of the month in San Francisco and in Berkeley, where we have racist organizations coming here. We're obviously going to expect a counter-protest. This could get very ugly. How do you think San Francisco and Berkeley should handle these issues?
Clearly, based upon what we all saw last weekend in Charlottesville, it's clear there is a danger to everybody. People get killed and severely harmed otherwise from these kinds of protests. These protests should not be permitted.
All right, former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown, we appreciate your perspective and your time today. Thank you so much.